Prince Harry faces a life of permanent exile, with King Charles plotting to follow the playbook drawn up by the royals as they overcame the crisis triggered by Edward VIII. A friend of the king's told, the royals handled the abdication crisis by exiling Edward, which meant he and Wallis ultimately came to be seen as unimportant, misguided and disloyal and even treacherous individuals to almost the entirety of the British people. It was a masterful operation in the service of which the Queen Mother in particular worked tirelessly. The same thing is already happening with Harry and Meghan, and will only gather pace over the next few years under the rule of King Charles. And of course, a wayward second son is far less of an existential threat to the fabric of the monarchy than a wayward king. Bet that Harry really regrets wearing what might have been his great-great-uncle's Nazi uniform now. It's said that when King Charles said in his accession speech that Harry and his wife Meghan Markle will continue to build their lives overseas, it was an undisguised message to them to not disrupt his reign by making frequent trips to the UK. Another source, a former Buckingham Palace staffer, told the Daily Beast that King Charles's accession statement, in which he encouraged his son and Meghan to continue to build their lives overseas, was an undisguised message to them to not disrupt his reign by making frequent trips to the UK. Harry and Meghan will get an invite to the coronation, but they'll be firmly seated in the cheap seats along with Beatrice and Eugene, as they were at the funeral. That'll be it. Charles would be ruthless when it comes to protecting the crown, and that means keeping Harry and Meghan as far from the centre of gravity as possible, the former staffer said. While Charles, Queen Consort Camilla, Catherine and Prince William all sat in the first pew during the matriarch's church funeral at Westminster Abbey, Harry and Meghan were instructed to sit behind them in the second row. According to body language expert Katie Loisel, a ceremony on Sunday, September the 18th, proved that Kate and Meghan are still not on good terms. Quite unlike the confident Meghan we know, Meghan appeared ill at ease during this encounter, which is not surprising given the recent criticism that she faced, explained Loisel. On numerous occasions, Meghan looked over at Kate. However, the gaze wasn't reciprocated. Instead, Kate appeared as if she was looking through the mother of two. Besides, royal expert Angela Levin has launched a scathing attack on the couple following their appearance at the Queen's funeral. Writing for Sky News Australia, Levin claimed in the headline for a column that the couple had chosen to play the victim card, rather than making peace with the family despite the golden opportunity. She wrote, Harry and Meghan hold deep-seated grievances about the royal family, which they've shared for global consumption ever since they stepped back as senior members of the firm in 2020. Charles chose to rise above it that day after his mother died, saying, I want to express my love for Harry and Meghan as they continue to build their lives overseas. William, meanwhile, graciously chose to invite Harry and Meghan to join him and Catherine on a walk around Windsor Castle to chat to well-wishers and look at the flowers they had left. I thought the four of them, and particularly Meghan, looked extremely uncomfortable. It was thought the Queen's distressing death could lead to the chance of a lifetime and the family would unite in grief, but it doesn't look as if anything substantial will change, not least because one petty grievance after another has been leaked, many of which have been untrue and inappropriately timed.